my YouTube family? It's your girl Lovely Fly Shy, back with another video. If you're new here, I would love to have you. I would love for you to join the family. So go ahead and subscribe. And just to kind of give you a little quick piece of what I produce here on this channel, I pretty much document some challenges and trials and tribulations that I face, and pretty much we all face. But in the cyber world, no one really talks about that. We're so quick to put out the good stuff that's happening in our lives and everything that we have, right? Everything that we've attained materialistically. But what about spiritually and mentally and emotionally? A lot of us are lacking in those areas, right? But before we get into all of that, I just wanted to thank you guys from the very, very, very bottom of my heart for the immense amount of support that I got on my last video, the gambling addiction video. I was not expecting that, like, at all. I wasn't. And it took a lot of courage for me to come on this platform and just expose myself in such a way, that shows a very, very dark side of something that most deem and look at as entertainment. But what about when you get addicted, right? As far as that goes, we will get into part 2 of that video. I do have a pre-recorded video from this past week that I definitely need to get up. Some dark things happened, but with that darkness came light, and it came that extra push that I really needed to just move forward, irregardless of the losses, the time spent, whatever. From this past Monday on, my focus has just been on healing. Healing is very, very essential, and a lot of people don't realize that. Like, we can go to a therapist, and I see my therapist every week. I do think it's important to have someone to talk to that you can entrust and and confide in and such. But it's still the relationship between me and my therapist is still very textbook like, if that makes sense. All that they can really contrive from what I deal with on a day-to-day basis is just the fact that, okay, well, you have a mental illness, or drinking, or whatever the case is. Like, it's this because of that, or that because of, but really, and from what I've learned, and just from what my spirit and what my soul has been crying out and telling me, is that it's healing. It's the fact that I'm away from my divine and spiritual side. That side and that part of me has been pretty much spiritually inept, spiritually dead for years now. And that's not to say that I'm a devil worshiper or a non-believer, but I find that when you're in your depression, when you're in your whatever ailment you may be dealing with at the time, when you're suffering through that day in and day out, you're not thinking about, like, I'm not really, because I'm not looking at this situation as, oh God, I need somebody to just save me. I need somebody to save me, help me. But, the way that I look at it is, it's more so like, nobody can save or help me. I am responsible for saving and helping me. And in saying that is, there's a lot of work that has to be done, because I want to pinpoint the root of the cause. And we all have ideas, but it may not have been that very thing we thought that broke our spirits and got us further and further away from our souls. But before I go even deeper into that, I will stop there, because that is not going to be the topic of discussion for this video. So it will be coming in another video really soon, because now that I have this newfound time, and I'll just kind of give you guys a hint. I self-excluded myself from my primary pub that I pretty much gave about 90% of my money to, basically 95% maybe, over the past 4 years. And it's definitely bittersweet. But because I almost went into it. So before I go into it, I just want you all to know that video is coming up next because it's already been pre-recorded. So you all will see everything that transpired from my last video on till this past Monday when I recorded this video that I'm talking about. But yeah, enough rambling. Let's get straight to the point. Alrighty, let me take a quick sip of my poison, Moscato. I'm not sure what I will be naming this video. However, I just know that the topic will surround social media anxiety, which I did not know was a thing, you guys. I just know and knew how to describe the feelings that I felt for so long about social media and just the way that it has made me feel over the years. So I'll just ask a couple of questions. Have you all ever, like right before, like you in your mind and you're looking at the photo, for example, you're about to post on Instagram, right? You're looking at the photo you're about to post, you got the right caption, the photo is perfect, it's not edited too much, you know, because you don't want to distort the way you really look. You want to make sure you look the way you look. So if someone sees you in person, you don't want to go overboard. I've seen overboard Photoshop, I've seen board with the Facetune, and it's just not cute, sweetie. I'm sorry. I mean, it's just unrealistic. So I always try to keep my pictures realistic as possible, right? So the editing is perfect on the picture, the caption, all that, right? But then suddenly you just get this immense amount of fear that's paralyzing you, right? Really, you know, you're just feeling like, oh my God, should I post this? Is this too much? Like, what are people gonna think? And surprisingly enough, you guys, I still deal with those feelings. Just because I know the work that I need to do and I know the issues that I need to address, that does not mean that I am just freed of the minor things or the other things that may come up, you know, surrounding the issue, such as, you know, insecurities or, you know, lack of confidence or whatever the case may be. I still deal with those feelings. You know, I still, when I'm on Instagram, I'm like, ooh, should I post this? And oh my God, what are people gonna think? And I'm actually in the process because of what I'm currently working on, which is I'm actually finishing up my book. I finally gotten to a point where I no longer, like, although in a way I still care about what people think to a degree, when it comes to my story, when it comes to my baby, my book, something that means so much to me and something that I've worked on perfecting since I was 17 years old, I've rewritten this book 3 times already. Because the first few copies I was always holding back. I never wanted to hit those points, you know. I never wanted to say certain things because I was like, oh well, this person is gonna be upset, this person is gonna be mad. And at this point, no, I should not give a fuck what anyone thinks when it comes to me publishing my book, because those people that transgressed against me, they should have thought about the consequences later and not just felt as though this situation was going to be, or whatever the situation was just going to simply be swept under the rug, because that's just not how life works. And I just cannot stand how people have made me feel over these past couple of years that I should just forget about things, that I should just move on and not deal with the way that those things made me feel. I should just move on and keep destructing myself and keep self-sabotaging myself, and, you know, until I'm just no more. Really, that's what most would rather see than have you tell the very truth that will paint them a certain way in your story. And no, that's not my objective. My objective and true want out of this life, out of this human experience, is to find out the truth about my history, deal with it, process it, okay? Learn how to cope with it, and heal from it. That's all. So, in saying all that, like my Instagram, because of what I do, sex work and all that, my Instagram is very like provocative, and I had never, excuse me, I had never posted pictures like how I post on Instagram. It's mainly just showing like cleavage or, just sexy pictures like any other Instagram model. Not that I'm considering myself one, but, just how any other Instagram model or whatever would take a picture. So now that I have a bit of a following and, I'm getting a certain amount of likes or whatever the case is, you want to keep up that momentum, You didn't get that momentum, or you didn't get that following, or you didn't start building up those likes and people gravitating towards you off nothing, So I'm just kind of at an odds, because now I'm like, I want to clean it up, And I'm pretty much at a point in my book where all I'm doing is closing it out now. So then once I close it out, my plan was to find an editor. I do know of a publishing company for like the Las Vegas Review Journal. They're here in Las Vegas, and I was thinking about going there and perhaps finding an editor to revise the book. I'm gonna continue to revise it several times, but I want someone else to revise it as well, and yeah, go from there. And then think about a cover. I already have an idea for a cover, so find like a graphic designer or someone like that. So all that's in the works, and all that's coming like really, really soon, because I got into a point where I'm tired of holding my gifts back. I'm tired of being afraid of self-promoting myself. I'm tired of feeling like, oh, I'm just gonna hold myself back from my destiny because I'm so worried about what other people are gonna think. No, fuck that. Period. People are gonna think whatever they want to think about you until the day we die. And there's nothing we can do about that. I used to be the person and I think a lot of this stemmed from the fact that, it started in middle school. Well, it started in elementary school, but it was nothing as bad as middle school and high school, which is why I ultimately dropped out of high school. I did not finish high school, but that's another, you guys will learn all that when my book drops. But yeah, I used to get bullied severely, like from elementary school, but it got really, really bad in middle school, because this is the era, 2006, we got the MySpace, and the kids were, Jordans. Everybody had to have Jordans. Everybody had to have gear or have all this materialistic stuff to be considered cool or popular. And I didn't have it like that, I didn't have it like that. Was my mom able to get us some nice things? Sometimes, yeah. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to discount the fact that my mom also had an active addiction. So no, we didn't always have the things we needed. We didn't always have nice things. And I'm not faulting her for that. Because when I first started middle school, I didn't care about Jordans or anything like that. I started school with my fresh white crisp polo, my khaki pants, because I had to wear dress. I was dress code. And my red and black Felix. I remember it like it was yesterday, y'all. And I thought I was fly. I was feeling good, and from that day forward, I started getting severely, severely bullied, and whew, man, it was bad. And that stuff followed me into adulthood, because one of the main girls who bullied me, I used to really, it's crazy, because she used to bully me, and I would I kind of looked up to her. I wanted to be like her. I thought she was just so pretty. Everybody liked her, but she had a very ugly spirit, and she was very cruel to people, including myself, and that really messed with me. It would just be bad. But my message, and this is even for myself, because I used to be that person, like, I haven't done it in a while, and I don't think I'm going to, because I understand the power of social media, and I do understand what it's doing to the minds of the youth and young adults and even adults, you know? We all feel as though we have to keep up and maintain this image. But it's like, if it is inauthentic, then you're pretty much trying to withhold and withstand a lie. You know, hold on to a false image. It's just, I don't know. I don't think it's necessary, but who am I to say? Because I've gone through it as well. But all I'm gonna say, you guys, is a like does not determine your worth. The amount of followers you have does not determine your worth. The amount of comments you can get, like, all of that you can generate on social media really means nothing. If it's not money, and if it's not something that can benefit your life in the long term, then it's really, like, meaningless. Like, because it's crazy. As the more and more spiritual I get, and the more I awaken to the truths of this reality, the more I see, like, the illusions. Like, it sounds crazy. Like, all this time I've been running away from this emptiness, from this carcass, I've been running away from this prison that I've felt like that I've been stuck in since I was born. But it's like, until you face your darkness, how can you ever truly become empowered? Because what if in your darkness, you find your light? And that's exactly what happened to me. I felt like I'm feeling that burning fire, that passion I once had for my book. You know, I love writing. I love reading. I'm a storyteller. You know, and I've always, since I was little, like I said, I used to get journals and just write books, stories, all kinds of stuff. Like, lately, I've been writing down, you know, ideas for documentaries, short films, short horror films, because I'm a big horror fan, and I've been watching Alter. If you guys are not hip to his channel, check him out. I've been getting a lot of inspo from him, so I need to find a really good videographer. I need to find a director, because these are all things ultimately that I would like to get into and delve into myself. I would like to become a producer, a director, filmmaker, author, philanthropist, humanitarian, and the list goes on. Like, I can foresee all these things. That's why I stay content in this present moment. Like, with everything that I've been through, I feel as though my transparency will be the reason why people gravitate to me, because they can relate. You know, I don't feel like I have to take off my clothes. Like, on Instagram, it is a little different. I'm not gonna lie. Like, on Instagram, I feel like I cannot I'm not gonna, like, if I post this video on Instagram, they're gonna be like, what? Like, cricket sounds, like, you're this sexy, because I feel like the personality or the false self I created on Instagram, which is a whole, like, I don't even use my real name. I didn't, nothing. Like, when I created that person, and it's still very much so me, it's just, I just kind of do things in an unconscious manner sometimes to kind of withhold that image. So I will admit that. But I'm just kind of like at a point where it's like, is that even necessary? Like, where are you even getting? I mean, if these people only see you for this, and do they even matter? Like, create your tribe. Your tribe will gravitate towards you. Don't feel like you have to take off your clothes. Don't feel like you have to do what everyone else is doing. Like, don't feel like you have to dress like everyone else. Don't feel like you have to have the same hair as anyone else. Like, just be yourself. And that's what I've been running away from all this time. It's because I thought myself wasn't enough. But until we learn to love and appreciate ourselves and hold ourselves at a higher standard, instead of always trying to be like the next person, or always trying to outdo the next person, or always just, we're never going to get anywhere. Never. You know? So I'm at a point where I will self-promote myself. I will not feel that anxiety and nervousness surrounding posting a fucking picture on Instagram. God damn, is that how this world has come? That's how fucked up they've fucking fried our brains. Like, are you serious? Who the fuck gets nervous about posting a picture? It's beyond me. But that was just a quick message, you guys. This was not supposed to be a long video, and my phone is dying anyways. And I'm starting to feel myself off of my poison. So don't drink, kids. Don't do it. Don't do it. All in all, though, I do appreciate the continued support. I'm actually going to be doing some writing. I want to share some things with you guys, but I need to get that other video uploaded, get this one going, and then yay, I have so much more time now to just dedicate to you guys, my channel, share all of my ideas. I'm so excited for this new journey. I'm also going to get a gym membership because, look, y'all. Y'all see this? Tina, the talking Tommy. That's gonna be my next endeavor, the gym, because y'all, my birthday is in July. We need to be like, hold on, we need to be like, booty need to be poking like But yeah. Anyways, but still, love yourself regardless of that. You got a little extra cushion, love it anyways. Hey, love it anyways. But oh, I want to show you guys something. This is something I worked on Monday, because I kind of had like a little breakdown. I was like, this is going to be my affirmation, spirituality, uplifting, motivating, determination, just everything positive in between wall. So this is my wall to put all of my positive affirmations and everything that I'd like to do. So this is a quote that I came up with, and it says, "Awaken to the truth or perish in vain." SL. Okay, and then what's another one I could tell you guys? Catalina Island. So I put little stuff like that. I'd like to visit that place, go on a cruise and visit Catalina Island. Getting Araya into gymnastics. That's my daughter, and she's amazing in gymnastics. She's gonna be the next Flojo or somebody, baby. Oh, Flojo ran track, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Feeling trapped as fear. Passports for kids plus me. Mexico coming soon. Yes, I gotta visit. You know, that's in my. Oh my god. Oh, sorry guys, but yeah, that's in my genetics. My grandmother's from Mexico, so I want to go, you know, try to get acquainted with my folks. But yeah, I hope you all have a beautiful day. Peace. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye.